Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my video. We are still in chapter 1. The next section will be absolute values. What is absolute values? Absolute value of a number x is defined by the distance of x to 0. Before we go further, I want you to know what is the absolute values note. Yeah. The notation of absolute values is this parenthesis, the red one. Okay, so if you look at the parenthesis that is straight line, it means absolute values. To more understand absolute values, let's look at this illustration. Absolute values of 5 and absolute values of negative 5 centimeter can be illustrated by... Okay, in this picture, we have a man standing on the 0 number. Okay, it means the original position. Next, he walked to the left side until he stopped at negative 5. Yeah, this is represent absolute values of negative 5. And then he walks to the right side until he stopped at 5, and this represents absolute of 5. Okay, from the illustration we know that when a man walks to the left side to the negative 5, it will represent absolute value of negative 5. The distance from 0 to negative 5 is 5 centimeter. And also, the distance between 0 to the 5 is 5 centimeters. Yeah. Since negative 5 absolute is defined by the distance of negative 5 to 0, and the distance of negative 5 to 0 is 5 centimeters, we can conclude that absolute value of negative 5 is equals to 5. Absolute value of negative 5 is equals to 5. Okay, and then for the right side, we can conclude that absolute value of 5 is also equals to 5. Okay, that is how to calculate absolute values. Example 1, we can look at example 1 to practice. Find the value of negative 4. Absolute value of negative 4. Okay, what is the result? The result will be equals to, from the definition we know that absolute value of negative 4 is the distance between negative 4 to 0. The distance will be 4. That is from the definition of absolute value. But I have a trick for answering the absolute value. The absolute value will always positive number. So if the absolute value is negative, we can make it positive. Okay, remember, the absolute value result will always positive. Okay, but the numbers doesn't change. If the absolute value is 4, then the result will be also 4. Example 2. Example 2, find the value of absolute value of root 2. Root 2 is already positive, yeah, and the result of absolute value is always positive. So we write root 2. Yeah, it doesn't become negative. The result always positive. Remember that. Okay. Okay. Example 3. We have subtraction right here, so we have to subtract it first. So I will calculate the half minus 2 over 3 first. Okay, I make the denominator equal into 6, and then the numerator will be 3 for this side, and then will be 4 for the right side. It will become negative 1 over 6. Okay, so absolute value of negative 1 over 6 will become 1 over 6. That is example 3. How about example 4? Example 4 is absolute value of 1 minus root 2. we cannot calculate this since we don't allow to use calculator. Okay, so what do? We have to predict the result. Okay, predict the result. 1 minus root 2 is 1 minus root 2 is around 1.7. So the result will be negative 0.7. Yeah, we don't need the 0.7, we only need the negative sign. So we know that 1 minus root 2, the result will be negative. Remember, the result of absolute value is always positive. If we write the result is 1 minus root 2, 1 minus root 2 is negative. So we cannot write like this. So what do? We write root 2 minus 1. Okay, let's check it out. Root 2 minus 1 is 1.7 minus 1. Okay, 0.7. Look at this. The number is the same, but the sign is positive. So the result of absolute value of 1 minus root 2 is root 2 minus 1. And I also have a trick for this one, yeah, for the subtraction that we cannot calculate. The result will be the larger number minus the smaller number. It's always like that. Yeah, so you can answer that without predict the result also. Let's check number 5 example. Number 5 is similar with example 4. Yeah, pi minus 1.34. Okay, I will write it first. Okay, so we cannot calculate this. Yeah, in fact we can, since we know that pi is 3.34. Yeah, but in some questions the question want us to use pi instead of 3.14. So we only can predict it, or you can use my trick. Yeah, pi and 1.34, which one is larger? Yeah, since pi is 3.14, so pi is larger than 1.34. So the result will be the larger number minus the smaller number. That's it. That is for calculating absolute value. Okay, the next is absolute function equation. Yeah. So in this section, I will teach you how to solve absolute equation. Before that, I want to recall our illustration before. Absolute of negative 5 is equals to 5. We already proved that. And absolute value of 5 is equals to 5 also. Yeah. And then I have a questions. If absolute value of x equals to 5, find the value of x. What is the value of x that is possible? From that illustration, we know that x can be negative 5 and x also can be 5. So we have two answers right here. It can be negative 5 or 5. Okay, so for absolute equation, there will be two answers. Yeah, from the most questions, it will be two answers, but in some cases, it will be one answer. Okay, depends on the questions. Okay, so for this one, I have simple absolute function equation. Absolute of x will be the result of absolute of value of x will be x for x greater than or equal to 0, and the absolute value of x will be negative x for x less than 0. Confusing, right? No, if you look at this example, find the value of x for absolute value of x equals to 12. Okay, so the trick is you have to split this equation into two. Okay, while splitting, we have to remove the absolute value sign. Okay, how to splitting? We write at the left side x equals to 12, and then the another one is x equals to, if the first is positive, the second one will be negative. It's also it's always like that. Okay, so for this one I have x equals to 12 or x equals to negative 12. So x can be 12 or negative 12. Yeah, it's easy, okay, to solve absolute equation. How about number 2? Number 2, find the value of x, absolute value of x minus 3 equals to 12. We raise the level of the questions a little bit. Okay, so what do? We have to split them. It's always splitting. Okay, we write x minus 3 equals to 12 at the left side, and then for the right side we write x minus 3 equals to negative 12, and then we calculate like usual using algebra. X equals to 12, and for this one x equals to negative 9. So we have these two number of x. This is the solution for the equation. How about number 3? Number 3, absolute value of x equals to negative 12. We have to splitting this into 2. Oh, no, because the result is negative 12. We know that if we have absolute value of x, the result will always positive. Right? The question wants us to find a number that the result is negative. No, absolute value cannot do that. So for this one, we don't have solution. We write no solution. Like that, okay? That is for simple equation of absolute value. Okay, the next is an absolute value in the form this one. Okay, sorry for the language, I forget to translate this part. Okay, the form, it will be absolute value of x, ax plus b equals to absolute value of another one. Okay, so at the left side we have absolute value, and the right side we also have absolute value function. Okay, how to solve this? The solution will be the same with previous form. We have to splitting it into 2. The first one is positive and the next is negative. Let's try example number 1. Okay, example number 1, we have absolute value of x minus 3 equals to absolute value of 2x plus 1. Find the value of x. So we have to splitting this into 2. Like usual, x minus 3, left side equals to 2x plus 1. Positive first. And then x minus 3 equals to, the second one should be negative, 2x plus 1. Like this, okay? Plus 1, okay. And then we solve that using algebra. X minus 2x equals to 1 plus 3. So it will become negative x equals to 4. X will be negative 4. And then for the right side, we have to multiply the negative first, negative 2x, negative 1, and then move the negative 2, x plus 2x equals to negative 1 plus 3, 3x equals to 2, x equals to 2 over 3. Okay, so we have these two value of x. This is the solution. We can say the solution is x equals to negative 4 or x equals to 2 over 3. Okay, how about example 2? Example 2, if we look at it, it's not really the same with the form of the title. Okay, but we can make it the same, exactly the same, by moving the 3x minus 7 to the right side. Okay, so we have negative. If we move to the right side, it will become positive. So I write 3x minus 7. See, the form is already the same. And then what we do? Like usual, we can split it. So you have to make the form exactly the same before you splitting. Okay, x minus 5 equals to 3x minus 7, and then x minus 5 equals to negative in the bracket 3x minus 7. The result will be negative 2x. I will be more quicker, yeah. Negative 2, x equals to 1. Okay, for this one, x minus 5 equals to negative 3x plus 7, and then 4x equals to 7 plus 5, 12, x equals to 3. So the solution will be 1 and 3. Okay, next is example 3. Example 3, the form is not really the same with the title, yeah, with the formula. So we have to make it the same by, look at this. I have a fraction at the left side, and then I have equal. So I can cross multiply the 2 and 3x minus 7. It will become absolute value of x negative 5 equals to 2 absolute value of 3x minus 7. Yeah, and then we can split them. After the form is exactly the same, we can split them. Yeah, okay. For this one, x minus 5 equals to 2 in the bracket 3x minus 7. And then for the right side, my x minus 5 equals to negative 2 in the bracket 3x minus 7. Remember, first is positive, second is negative. Okay, x minus 5 equals to 6x minus 14. And then negative 5x equals to negative 9, x equals to 9 over 5. So the first solution is 9 over 5. The second solution will be negative 6x plus 14, 7x equals to 19, x equals to 19 over 7. The second solution. Do you get it? Till example 3? Yeah, this is the second form. We will go to the third form. Okay, this is the third form of absolute equation. At the left side, we have absolute sign, but at the right side, we have another function that are not absolute. Okay, so how do we solve this? The solution is still the same. We have to splitting them into two. The first is positive and the second is negative. But in this third form, we have to check the solution, yeah, because usually we have two solutions, right? For this form, it may be only one because the other is not satisfied. Okay, so how do we solve this form? Look at example 1. Example 1 is absolutely the same. The expression is already the same with the formula, so we can splitting them into two. The left side will be x minus 3 equals to 2x plus 1, and then the right side will be x minus 3 equals to negative 2x plus 1. Okay, and then we can solve this one into negative x equals to 4, x equals to negative 4. And then for this one, x minus 3 equals to negative 2x minus 1, 3x equals to 2, x equals to 2 over 3. Okay, we have the solution, both of them, but we have to check the solution. How do we check the solution? To check it, we have to substitute the negative 4 into the x. Okay, so we write the questions x minus 3 equals to 2x plus 1. We substitute the negative x to the negative 4 to the x. Okay, so we substitute it like this, and then we check it if it is correct or not. Negative 7 absolute value equals to negative 8 plus 1, negative 7. Negative 7 absolute value equals to 7 equals to negative 7. Yeah, obviously it is the same. It is not the same because 7 is not negative 7. So this part is wrong. And then we have to check for this one. Check. The question is negative 3 equals to 2x plus 1. We have to put this 2 over 3 into the x. 2 over 3 minus 3 equals to 2 in the bracket 2 over 3 plus 1. Okay, so for this one the result will be negative 7 over 3, and for this one it will become 7 over 3. So absolute of negative 7 over 3 is 7 over 3 equals to 7 over 3. Yeah, this is the same. So 2 over 3 is satisfied. The result will be x equals to 2 over 3 only. Yeah, negative 4 doesn't count. Okay, this is for example 1. Let's look at example number 2. If you already understand this part, you can skip example 2. Okay. Number 2. The form is a little bit different, but we can make it the same with moving 3x minus 7 to the right side. Okay, it will become negative 3x plus 7. If the form is already the same, we can split them into 2. The left side will be x minus 5 equals to negative 3x plus 7, and the right side will be x minus 5 equals to negative in the bracket 3x plus 7. And then we solve it for x equals to 12, x equals to 3. For this one, x minus 5 equals to 3x minus 7, negative 2x equals to negative 2, x equals to 1. So we have x equals to 3 and x equals to 1. And then we have to check it. Don't forget, for this form, we have to check it. Check. Write the questions. X minus 5, the modified, yeah, negative 3x plus 7. And then we plug it in, the 3 into the x. 3 minus 5 equals to negative 3 times 3 plus 7. Negative 2 in the absolute, and then this is negative 2. 2 equals to negative 2, not the same, so this one is wrong. How about the one? We have to check it. Check. X minus 5 equals to negative 3x plus 7, so it will be 1 minus 5 equals to negative 3 times 1 plus 7. Absolute value of negative 4 equals to 4. 4 equals to 4. Yes, it's the same. So this is the solution. Okay, the only one solution. And finally, this is the fourth form and the last section of this video. Okay, persamaan mutlak bentuk wrong language. Inequalities of absolute value in form absolute value of ax plus b, and then plus absolute value of px plus q equals to r. R is represent a number. Okay, so in this form it can be plus or minus. It can be addition or subtraction. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, how to do this? How to solve this form? For this one, we cannot use the splitting trick again. Okay, so how to solve it? We have to use the concept of absolute value to get the range of x, and then we have to draw a number line to put the x into it. And then number 3, we have to solve the equation for each range of x. And then number 4, check the solution for each range of x. Okay, as usual, you will not get this, yeah, until I explain it to you by using example 1. Tada! Example 1. Find the value of x of this equation. Okay, this equation is already the same with the title, so we have to follow the steps from number 1 till 4. Okay, number 1 first. Number 1, use the concept of absolute value. Which one, sir? Which one the concept? This one. Okay, so we have absolute value of x minus 3. The concept is the splitting this. Concept, yeah. So we have to split the x minus 3 into x minus 3, and the second one is negative in the bracket x minus 3. As usual, the first is positive and the second one is negative. But this time we have to write for x minus 3 greater than or equals to 0. For the second one, we write for x minus 3 less than 0. Okay, where do we get this from? We get this from the questions, okay, not from this one, from the questions. Okay, and also for this one is from the questions, not from this one. Okay, do not wrong. Okay, this is for the first absolute, but we have to solve for this x minus 3 greater than 0. So I have x greater than 3, and then x minus 3 less than 0, so I have x less than 3. Okay, move the negative 3 to the right side. This is the first absolute value. We have two absolute value, right? The absolute value, the second, is 2x plus 1. We have to split this again one more time, 2x plus 1, and then the second one is negative 2x plus 1, or we can write it like this, negative x plus 3. We multiply the negative, and for this one is also negative x minus 1. Okay, this is for 2x plus 1 greater than or equals to 0. The first is always greater than or equal to 0. 2x greater than negative 1, so I have x greater than negative 1 over 2. For the second one is for 2x plus 1 less than 0. 2x less than negative 1. It's long way to go. I have a trick again for this one. Okay, so if you write at the top x greater than or equal to negative 1/2, for the second one we only have to reverse it. If the first is greater than or equal, the second one will be less than. It's always like that. Yeah. Okay, and then we leave it like that. We go to the second step, draw a number line. How do we draw a number line? Okay, we make a straight line. This is the number line, and then we have to put x into it. Okay, which one x? Which one? This one and this one. So I put negative half right here, and I put 3 right here. Okay, this is the as you can see, the negative half and 3 dividing the number line into three rooms. Okay, there are 3 rooms. I call it rooms. This is the first room. I call it room A. This is the second room. I call it room B. This is the third room. I call it room C. Okay, so the border is negative half and 3. Okay, so I have these 3 rooms. For room number A, I write the questions. Absolute value of negative 3 plus absolute value of 2x plus 1 equals to 5. For the room B, I also write the questions. Plus 1 equals to 5. For room C, I write the questions like this. Okay, so we already at second step. Now we go to the third step. Solve the equation for each range of x, for each room it means. Okay, so how do we solve it? First, we have to know what is the range of x for room A. For room A, it is on the left side of negative half, right? And it is the left side of 3. So I can say room A is less than negative half. As we know, if the position is the left of a number, then it will be less than. Okay, so room A is less than negative half. So I can mark this one x less than negative half. Do you get it? Okay, and then for room A and 3, room A is also at the left side of the 3, so I will mark x less than 3. Okay, can we continue? Okay, let's continue. Now I will erase this arrow to make it cleaner. Okay, so I have to solve for room A. How do I solve it? Absolute value x minus 3, as you can see, you already marked x less than 3, so I can change this absolute value of x minus 3 with this one. Yeah, negative x plus 3. I have to change it. Plus, for 2x plus 1, the option is this one and this one, right? But you already marked for the bottom one, so you have to change it into the bottom one. Negative 2x minus 1 plus 5. Yeah, you cannot change it into the top expression. Okay, so we have to solve it. How to solve it? As usual, use your algebra. Negative 3x plus 2 equals to 5, so it will become negative 3x equals to 3, x equals to negative 1. There we go, we have the first x. Okay, now for room B, I will erase this first. Okay, for room B, we have to mark which one we can use. Okay, for room B, it is at the right side of negative half and the left side of 3. So the right side means greater than, so B is greater than negative half, so we have to mark the top one, and then we will use 2x plus 1. Okay, not this one. Next, room B is at the left of 3, so I have to mark x less than 3, and then we will use this one. Okay, do you get it now? Okay, for room B, okay, x minus 3, it will change into negative x plus 3, plus for 2x plus 1, it will change into this. Okay, 2x plus 1 equals to 5, and then solve it. X plus 4 equals to 5, x equals to 1. That's it for room B. And the last one is for C. C is at the right side of negative half and at the right side of 3. So we will have to mark x greater than negative half, since it's at the right side of negative half, and at the right side of 3, x greater than 3. So we will use this one and this one for room C. Absolute value of x minus 3 will be changed into x minus 3 plus 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1 equals to 5. Solve it. 3x minus 2 equals to 5. So 3x equals to 7, x equals to 7 over 3. Okay, you get it? Yeah, so we now have 3 values of x. The last step, the fourth step, is check the solution for each range of x. Okay, how to check it? First, we check for room A, x equals to negative 1. Look at the range of negative of room A. Okay, room A, the right border is negative half. So I have negative 1, I have negative 2, I have negative 2, 3, 4, and so on right here at room A. So x equals to negative 1, is it on room A? Is it in room A, sorry? Oh yes, negative 1 is right here. So it satisfies in room A. So this one is the solution. How about B? B is x equals to 1. Do B contain 1? Oh yes, this is 1. 1 and x equals to 1. Write in room B. So this is also solution. How about C? 7 over 3. 7 over 3 is about 2.333 ya. No, 2.666. 6666 ya. Okay? 2. Oh no, it's correct. 2.3333. Okay, 2.3. Is room C contain 2.3? Oh no, because the border is 3. It has 4, it has 5, it has 6, and so on, but it doesn't have 2.3. So this is not the solution. So the solution is only x equals to -1 or x equals to 1. That's it. This is the hardest form of absolute equation. I hope you can understand it well. If you don't understand it, you can replay my video for example 1 until you get it. But if you don't get it, after you replay it again, oh, you're still confused, you can chat me. Okay? You can ask me how to do it precisely. See you in my next video, guys. Bye bye.